So my name is Prishni. I moved to Canada when I was 11. Straight out of high school, I actually went into software engineering because I thought that would be the path I wanted to take. But after
inspired you to start this company, or what was the triggering moment, if you can remember?
I think for me, the moment that I knew that events was what I wanted to do was actually when I first met with the owner of the old owner of Party Girls, Emily. There's generally 3 tiers for events. So there's full service planning, which would basically be you say this is the event I'm looking for and you hand it all over to us. So we would
A second generation Nepalese influence your work and life in Canada so far?
I would say the biggest thing is the drive that I have. I think having lived in Nepal, seen life there, and moving here, I know that society wants you to succeed. I know what is seen as the good jobs.
Work from age of 14, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you work from age of 20,
Yeah.
right? What would that change then?
I think it would change my perspective on working, but also the connections I built.
यता आएर चाहिँ तिमीले नेप्लिज रुट चाहिँ कसरी त्यसमा कन्टिन्यू भइरहेछ या कसरी कनेक्टेड भइरहेछ जस्तो फिल भइरहेछ तिमीलाई यहाँ चाहिँ?
त्यसमा 3टा सबभन्दा मेन चिज एउटा भाषा, एउटा फेस्टिभल्स अनि अर्को चाहिँ खाना. घरमा हामी युजुअली नेपाली नै बोल्छौँ सबैजना.
About second generation experience.
Yeah, I think being a second generation immigrant, you're kind of in this middle spot of you're not Canadian enough for the Canadians, but you're not Nepali enough for the Nepalis.
Business, how do we start about it?
I think the biggest thing is finding your niche. I don't think you can just start a business because you want to start a business. It takes a lot of hours, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of energy, and if it's not something you like doing, the odds are you're not going to be able to succeed in that business.
To the event, this is a brutal mistake. Blunder हो भन्ने feel कुनै इभेन्टमा त्यस्तो practical सेन्समा के भएको थियो, and then how त्यसपछि कसरी सल्भ गर्थ्यो र if you are an event coordinator भनौँ न त्यस्तो केही instancesहरू छ तिम्रो?
Yeah, I'm also a very big overthinker, and also a very I like to, in the nicest way, look at things and pick them apart.
Constructive feedback,
yeah,
right?
Constructive criticism. There have been venues where I've gone to where I think they're running it terribly. For example, if there's a venue that's not paying their staff properly, for example.
Dream client or event?
I think in the cheesiest way, it would be my own wedding. I think I've done so many weddings that I know what I want and I know what I don't want, but I think the general idea of what I want for my wedding is that for anyone that's attending and anyone that knows me, that it's the best wedding they've ever seen and the best wedding they've ever been to.
Okay, I have a follow-up in the rapid fire round. Dad मनपर्छ कि mom धेरै मनपर्छ कि भाइ मनपर्छ? Who would you choose among 3? Just one. You to first year Canada हुँदाखेरि के पाउँछ होला?
I think what people would think that I would say is I would go back to 10-year-old me and tell her to not do software engineering, to just go into events and not waste the 4 years. But actually, that's not what I would ever say. I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason. It's what I was always told growing up. I have a tattoo saying everything happens for a reason.